Hey guys, in this tutorial I will show you how to create a double exposure effect using a Photoshop action, which is really fast, and I'll show you some tricks and final touches to get some awesome results. Okay, now to create this double exposure effect you need two images. You need a background image and you also need a subject photo. Keep in mind that selecting the right photos is the key factor to make the final image really great. Another thing that helps is to have the subject photo on a light background or even a white background. Okay, now open up your background image in Photoshop. I have already opened mine, as you see. And then check the color mode. You should go to Image Mode and select RGB color. This is very important. The next step is to place your second photo, the subject image. You can do that by going to File, Place, and choose your photo. I will drag and drop my photo. Okay, I need to resize this because it's too small. Shift and drag a corner. Okay, great. As you can see, this image has a light background and a very good contrast. This is great for what we are looking for. Okay, the next step is to load your action. To do that, you can go to Window, Actions. This is the panel Actions, and you need to load the action. Go to this menu button, click Load Actions, and you should select your actions, find them on your computer and load them. Okay, load. Okay, so let's select the second photo, which is already selected, this one. Okay, and we can hit play on our action. This will take just a few seconds. Okay, it's done. So let's crop the image first. I want to keep only the subject. Okay. Okay. So we have three folders. The first folder are the background settings. So this will affect only the background image. For example, we can make it black and white. We can color grade it. We have a filter. We have a more contrast background, which I will leave on. I think it looks better. And here is the photo folder. We have the blending modes here. You can play around and find the best option for your images. I will leave this off for now. Okay. This is a high pass filter, which means your photo will look sharper, only the subject photo. Okay, next we have a copy of the subject photo, which has a layer mask on it, but I'm going to talk about this in the next example. And the last we have the general settings. These settings will affect the entire image. We have light and contrast options, such as more light, for example, more contrast. Okay, we have a vintage mode, and we have some color options, such as a purple tint, a red leak, and some other gradient maps. Okay, so I think we're done with this image. I think it looks great. Maybe if you want to make more changes, you can play with it. And now let's combine two other images and see another example of what we can do. So now let's try a different result this time. I have loaded two different images. I have a nice background bridge, and I also have another subject photo. Okay, the first thing I would do now is to unlock the background layer, and you can move the background layer until you find the position that you consider best for your subject. For example, I'm gonna take a starting point for the top of the bridge, and I wanted to show more in his hair, for example, like this. Okay, now you can go through the settings, and for example, I think the vintage mode will look good. Okay, but I want it to be more dark. For example, let's change the color here. So the light, I want it to be more darker. Okay. Okay, great. The photo now is too light. I want it to be more darker. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the photo folder, and I'm gonna play around with these blending modes. Okay, so I'll take off the multiply, the light and blend. I think it's too light now, so I'm gonna take it down a bit. Okay, so to about maybe 40%. Okay, the more visible layer would help us a bit. Okay, maybe like this. Okay, the high pass filter sharpens our image. Okay, maybe some light and contrast options, more contrast. Okay, maybe 50%. 10. Okay, 10. Okay, here comes the best part. Let's just say we want more of the background to show. For example, we want the top of the bridge to be more visible right now. So what I'm going to do is select the layer mask on the screen blend. I'm gonna take a soft brush. Okay, so a soft brush. I'm going to set the opacity to about 50%. And I'm gonna paint with black. Okay, so black. I'm gonna paint with black. Maybe I should make the brush smaller. Okay. I'm gonna paint with black around this part. Okay, this eye a little. Okay, like this. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the light and blend. Okay, on the same mask, because this will hide the subject photo and will reveal the background image. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same here. Okay, all right. Okay, okay. Maybe I should paint some more to hide this part of his hair. Okay, do the same here. Okay, now what else you can do, for example, let's just say you want more of the subject photo in front. Like, let's just say we don't like that his neck and chin are visible, you can see through them. Okay, so let's just say we want that to show his original face, okay, with no parts of the bridge. So this is the original layer, original photo. Okay, and it has a black mask, so black means it's all hidden now. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna paint with a soft brush. Okay, I'm gonna make it bigger. Okay, like this. And now we're gonna paint with white, because white reveals and black hides. Okay, I'm gonna paint with black. Okay, okay, so maybe like this. Okay, we want the full. Okay, so now we have only the top of the head with our double exposure effect, and we want the bottom of his face to look more natural. Okay, so you can do this. It's a great tool to hide or reveal some parts. For example, if you want, let's say you want to show his eyes, both of you, his eyes. Okay, you can do this. You can do it like this, but you need to hide it some. Make it even bigger, maybe. Okay, like this. You can play around. You can modify the settings, the colors. It's all up to you. Okay guys, so that's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions for me, just leave it in the comment section below. And until the next time, be creative.